How's it going? It's Colette. So I'm back here. Well, it's just my living room, but like I'm back again with my little, I guess you could call it segment. I don't really know what to call it yet, so I'm just gonna call it a segment. I just talk about the things that I think about on an everyday basis. So one of the things that came to mind, or at least that I've been thinking about for the past little bit, is the fact that I feel like a lot of times people, they find value in themselves based off of things outside of themselves, or at least like I did for a long time. Like a lot of the times when, for example, like if you meet someone new, they'll be like, oh, hey, like, you know, what's your name? How are you? Cool, whatever. Like, what do you do? Everyone's always focused on, like, what do you do? Like, where do you work? What do you do for, like, money? Where do you spend, like, the majority of your time? And, like, I feel like just in general, it's really easy to get caught up with the stuff in life and not, like, life itself, if that makes sense. So, like, I felt like at least, like, there was a period of time in my life where I was valuing myself specifically based off of like the things that I had accomplished, you know, like I'd be like, yeah, like I was a student but I graduated, so like that's something that I accomplished, and like that's like, you know, a thing that brings me value, or like I work here, or I have this like specific job title or this specific job description, and that's like another thing that gives me value. But I feel like when you get caught up in that, it's so easy to get in like this vicious cycle of like never being good enough because the thing that brings you value is something outside of yourself. So I don't know, my like weekly focus, I always make like just like general weekly focuses for myself. Focuses, I'm not sure if that's a word, but I'm just gonna go with it. So I make like a general weekly focus for myself, and my weekly focus is just generally to appreciate myself for who I am, whether that be in like the moment or for the week or the second or the day, whatever it might be, and not focus on like my accomplishments to define who I am as a person or my character, stuff like that. And I've found that it's made a really big difference. I feel great, I feel happy the majority of the time. I'm not like living in this like constant state of fear that like my position or my job title is going to change and then I'm all of a sudden going to lose like this sense of identity, which is kind of like a weird feeling. So yeah, I feel better. I think that's helped me in a lot of ways. And another thing that I try to focus on is to like give myself grace. Like I try to appreciate my imperfections as a person and appreciate that like I'm not going to be perfect in every circumstance and situation, and like I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to do something that makes me look stupid, or like I'm going to do something that like makes me feel embarrassed about, or whatever the case may be. But like you're only human, and like you can't expect to be perfect or handle every situation perfect all the time. The best you can do as a human being is like try your best to learn from them. And even if you don't learn from them, like that's part of being human. Like sometimes it takes a lot of times messing up until you learn from that situation. And yeah, that's kind of just generally what I wanted to talk about. It helped me, so I hope it helped you. That's all. Bye.